Hello friends, how's it going? It's me, Betty Jean. In today's video, I just did a get ready with me. I did this very bright, fun rainbow look. I did my full face with you. We chatted about a plethora of things, just random train of thought nonsense that goes on in my brain. I'm excited to hang out with you. I love filming these kinds of videos. I love having these kinds of videos on in the background when I'm like cleaning or, you know, just pitter-pattering around the house. I love listening to people chat and watching them do their makeup, and I love hanging out with you. So let's hang out together, whether you want to grab a snack, get your makeup, and get ready with me. It's gonna be a fun time. Before we get into it, let me just give you my accessory details. These earrings are from 5 Lemons, and this is the Alley ponytail from insert name here. I think I still have a code with them. It's Batty Bean in all caps if it still works, who even knows. It's been a little while since I sported my fake ponytails, so who knows, they might have taken it away from me. Anyways, with all that being said, let's just hop in and play with some makeup. All right, hello my friends, how's it going? We're just gonna do a makeup look today, you know? We're gonna do some rainbows, some pride action, you know what I mean? I have already primed my face. I got this new one actually just last night from Rare Beauty. They sent it to me. It's the Pore Diffusing Primer. And I'm not usually one to gravitate towards pore diffusing primers. I like something a little more hydrating or even a gripping primer, but I figured, you know what? I might as well give it a whirl. I feel like I haven't tried a Rare Beauty product that I didn't like yet, so yeah, it made my skin feel nice. I also did pop a little of the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter product on like the high points of my face, just so I have a little bit of glow underneath. And then while that was sinking in, I did my eyebrows. I just haven't put in clear brow gel because I do that at the end. So let's just hop into it. So for foundation, I'm gonna use my Colourpop Pretty Fresh foundation. Mine is in the shade Fair 15W. So I'm just gonna do a little pump of that on the back of my hand, and then I'm gonna do a little squirt of the Aether Beauty Desert Sky Highlighting Oil. I'm just gonna make a little cocktail of that, just kind of swirl it all together on the back of my hand, and then we're gonna go to town. How are you doing? How have you been? I would love to hear. How's your month going so far? Is June like an exciting month for you for whatever reason? Is it just another month? I feel like there's not a whole lot going on for us in June this month. So we had our Savannah trip back in end of May. And then we have our New Orleans trip next month in July. So this month is just kind of, you know, normal. Work and adult things, stuff like that. I'm still currently so obsessed with The Sims. Thank you so much. I feel like it's been like, gosh, a little over a month now maybe, of me just being so excited about The Sims. I've been playing in just such a different way, really focusing on builds. Really lately, I've super been into cast, like creating Sims and downloading custom content for my Sims, like cute hair and stuff like that. I just find stuff on Instagram or even TikTok. I'll just search like Sims 4 CC and see what comes up. So if you have any specific creators, let me know. I know Clumsy Alien I've gotten a lot of stuff from. But other than that, I've just kind of gotten random stuff here and there. I'm liking the way my skin looks today. My skin's been going a little nuts lately. I think it's just because of traveling and stuff. Even though we didn't fly or anything, I still feel like traveling in general can sometimes throw things off a little bit because sometimes you get off of your normal routines. For concealer, I'm gonna use my Colourpop Pretty Fresh in the shade Fair 10N. I'm so excited for the new Werewolves pack. I don't know if the pack will be out by the time this video goes up. I think it comes out on June 16th. I'm so excited. I never really played a lot of Sims 3. I was more of a Sims 2 person back in the day. So I didn't play werewolves in Sims 3 at all. They were a little scary looking though. I've gone back and like looked at them and watched gameplay and stuff. A little frightening. Not my favorite. They look a lot cooler in this game if I'm being honest with you, in my personal opinion. But I'm curious if it's gonna go over well or not. I also learned that in the occult pack, or what's it called? Not the occult pack, it's the occult Sims in this game, the Supernatural pack from Sims 3. I saw that there were fairies and genies also in that pack. I hope we get that eventually. That would be really cool. I don't hate that we're getting like vampires, werewolves, aliens, all that stuff separately, because I feel like the packs are more detailed and dedicated toward that specific occult sim. Whereas when it's all together, it's not really like that. You kind of have to smush everything together. So I don't really mind. I also heard a rumor that a high school pack may be on the horizon for teens, which is cool because we don't really have a whole lot of teen specific stuff. I promise I'm not gonna talk about Sims this whole video. It's just like my favorite thing right now. I've also learned in doing hair with my guests, and we just like get to chatting about like what we've been up to and stuff like that. And I've mentioned to a few of them that I've been like super into The Sims again because it comes up in conversation, you know? By the way, for bronzer, I'm using this Soul Body Bronzing Balm in the shade Fair. I'm just gonna dip my sponge into it and go to town. I quite like this. I just got it sent like a week ago. Side note, I don't think I'm on Colourpop's PR list anymore. Sometimes I get the occasional Soul Body product, but that's kind of different and it's very, very infrequent. I'll get like maybe 1 or 2 things a year. But I haven't gotten a Colourpop PR package in like just over a month now, which is fine, it happens. It's not the end of the world. Because I was realizing, I was like, huh, I'm not getting an influx of packages lately. And I was like, oh, you know what? I think it's because of Colourpop. And it's not the end of the world. I don't use all of their stuff anyways. I give a lot of things to friends because I just simply can't use it all. I'm only one person. Ooh, the sun is coming in strong all of a sudden. And if I want something bad enough, I'll just buy it myself. It is what it is. Oh, but going back to what I was saying before, I've noticed in talking about The Sims with random people in my real life, people don't realize that Sims is still as big as it is. Some people do, but some people really don't. They're like, there's a Sims 4? I didn't even know like people still played that. And I'm like, oh yeah, it is huge. They come out with expansions and stuff all the time. It is nuts. Yeah, I feel like I like this product. It might be a tinge too warm for me, but it is spring and summer right now, so it's not the end of the world. And I feel like once I get the rest of my blush and highlighter on, it all evens out. All right, so I need to set my face now. I'm just using my KVD Beauty one. And I do miss that Milk Makeup one. I hope they just come back with like, I don't know, maybe a revamped version of it. Not that I feel like it needed to be revamped. This one's fine though. I don't mind the Rare Beauty one either. I also have that one. Colourpop has a decent one. I used to love the Cover FX one. That was my favorite one for a while until the Milk Makeup one came around. So maybe I should try that one again. But this one's fine. It doesn't make me sad. It's whatever. At the end of the day, I only use loose setting powder under my eyes and around the creases of my like mouth and chin area. And everywhere else is my NYX High Glass anyway, so it's not the end of the world, but Milk Makeup Blur, gone but never forgotten. Have you seen the new Bo Burnham outtakes? It's on YouTube now. It's the outtakes from his Inside production that he released on Netflix last year, which I'm still obsessed with. I listen to the soundtrack all the time. It's so good. And the outtakes is really funny too. I'm obsessed, so. PSA in case you didn't know it was there, go look it up. It's so funny. It's like an hour long too, so it's like another full-length episode. And it ties in with the original so well. So if you haven't seen the original, obviously see that one first. For the rest of my face, NYX High Glass as usual. This is just a giant Colourpop brush, the F28. I always get asked about it when I use it. What did you think of the new Stranger Things? If you haven't seen it yet, maybe skip forward just a tiny bit just in case I talk about anything spoilery, because I very well might. So just skip forward just a tad bit. Yeah, we loved it. We binged it the whole weekend it came out. We were in Savannah that weekend actually still, so that was kind of our like wind down bedtime show. And I loved it. It was much spookier and I'm liking the story and I'm loving how it's tying in with the, like even the very beginning of the show. There's a whole lot of like hidden Easter eggs from the first season that I'm seeing on TikTok and stuff that ties in with this, which is so exciting. Yeah, I love it. For blush, I'm gonna dip into my Lethal Cosmetics brushes. I'm gonna use Floret right there, that beautiful orange. I think it's gonna tie in with my rainbowy look very nicely. And this is just a Unearthly Cosmetics brush, the 8-2. Ooh, I got a lot of pigment on that brush. These are very pigmented blushes. Not for the faint of heart, that's for sure. They're also super glowy, which I love. But yeah, loving the new season. It's so good. I'm so ready for those last 2 episodes to come out. July cannot get here fast enough. I'm so excited for it. Literally can't stop listening to Running Up That Hill. It constantly plays in my brain right now. It's just so good. And I'm really liking just how much screen time Max is getting this season. I think it was very well deserved and she is absolutely killing it. And I love Eddie so much. He's just so pure. Like he's just the cool weirdo and I love him. Literally not a threatening bone in his body. He's just wonderful. Side note, going back to, we're going to New Orleans in July. Let me know your favorite things to do. If you have any good like vegan restaurant recommendations, which I know that's asking a lot. It's a very seafood and soul food heavy place, which is not always the easiest for me. But yeah, let me know. I'm not fully vegan, but I have had to start limiting dairy because my belly was hurting, and my doctor basically confirmed that maybe I just can't have as much cheese as I once did. I already don't actively drink cow's milk, but I do have cheese and sour cream and cream cheese and all that good stuff. So I've been cutting back on that. So give me your best vegan recommendations or just fun things to do. I know there's lots of spooky shops and stuff like that. So do you have any recommendations? Let me know. I'll probably vlog for you. Fake freckle time with my Freck XL, of course. I saw the Bob's Burgers movie the other day. It was pretty much what I expected. Just goofy nonsense. Nothing really like crazy substantial, but it was silly. If you like the show, you'd probably like the movie, although I think it was only in theaters for a very limited time, so if you haven't seen it already, you might not be able to until it's out on whatever streaming service it'll be on, probably Hulu, because I think that's where the show streams. I'm excited for Jurassic Park or Jurassic World, I forget what they're calling the new one, whatever, Jurassic World 3. Who even knows? There's 5 million Jurassic Park movies at this point. And I'm so excited for Thor. I think that comes out like day after my birthday, actually. There's always a Marvel movie that comes out around my birthday in July. So yeah, I don't know if I have any other life updates. I think I've spilled my guts to you. So what's going on with you? Please tell me what's new. Do you have any like big wins lately? Give me your current peaks. I'd love to hear. For a highlight, I'm actually gonna use this shadow from Lethal, Aphelion right there. Just gonna top that on my nose and cheekbones because I think I am gonna dust this across the lids once all is said and done. I think it'll be super cute. So I'm just gonna use this as my face highlight as well, just to tie everything in. And then for setting spray, Rare Beauty also sent me this spray. It is the, what are you called? Does it not say? Always an Optimist spray. It's a 4-in-1 mist. I don't know what all the 4 components are, but we're about to spray it on. That is such a pleasant mister. Like so fine, and that smelled so clean. It smelled like a spa. Ooh, that was nice. All right, we are going to move on to the eyes now. All right, so I'm gonna prime with my Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Eye Primer. Love this stuff, forever my favorites. I know not everybody likes it. We all have our different preferences, and this just happens to be my favorite. I have no special tips and tricks on why this works for me. It just simply does. I don't do anything crazy. I just put a light little layer, spread it out, and call it a day. So we're gonna do a two-toned rainbow look. We're gonna have it going from like red, orange, yellow on this side to purple, blue, green on this side. Although I might switch it because I do have like my bluey stuff on this side of my hair. So I feel like that would just stay in line. So maybe I'll do that. Do purple, blue, green on this side, red, orange, yellow on the other eye. And with that, I'm gonna use all 4 of the Beauty Bay palettes that got sent to me. We have the Earthy palette, which I will use for my greens, of course. We have the Fiery palette, which I won't use a ton of today, but I do wanna use this matte orange. The Bright palette, which I'll use for a decent amount of shades. And then the Midnight palette for my blues and purples. I have already uploaded Instagram videos / TikToks individually with the Earthy and Midnight palettes, and I'll have individual videos with these coming soon as well, possibly before this video even goes up. So yeah, we're gonna dive into it. I need to open up all these palettes so I can see what I am doing. Okay, so starting with my purple side, I'm gonna be using Iris blended into Denim from the Midnight palette. And then the green that I want it to blend into, I think Shamrock right here from the Earthy palette. I think that'll be my best combo. And I'm just gonna really focus that in the outer corner blended towards the front. If it gets a little on the lid, that's fine. I kind of want a little wash of color on the lid, but the main focus is going to be my crease work because I will be topping a multi-chrome on the lid anyways. But yeah, we're just gonna get into it. To lay down the purple, I'm gonna use this Luxie 131 brush. It's just like a little angle brush. And I'm just going to tippy tappy that in the outer corner. My father-in-law owns a martial arts school in town. He's had it for almost a decade now, I think. He's had it for quite a while. But he started doing a kickboxing class on Monday and Wednesday evenings. Like, when was it, May? And it's so much fun. I've been loving it. It's such a good way to release your energy. And it's just been a blast. To blend out that purple, I'm gonna use Catch right here. And this is just a fluffy brush from MOTD Cosmetics. Yeah, it's just been absolutely so fun learning some self-defense, getting in a good workout, and it just feels so good. I feel like if you go in with any stresses, it all just fades away by the time the hour is up. I love it. I love feeling stronger, and it's just, you know, it's a fun outlet. I don't know why I felt like talking about it. It's just fun. I mentioned it in the vlogs a few times, but I don't think I've mentioned it in any other video. Lately with these Get Ready With Me's, I've been doing it very Q&A style, but I decided this time I just felt like chatting unprompted, just see where my brain flows. I am liking these palettes so far. The Midnight and Earthy have been wonderful to work with. I really like them, especially the shimmers. They're so pretty. Even though I'm not really going to use the shimmers from those palettes today, they are quite lovely. And then for the blue, I'm actually going to use cerulean instead of denim. I think that'll be better, a little bit brighter rather than deep, and I want it to like complement the brightness on the other eye too. So with that, I'm actually going to use this Alter Ego #1 brush. It's kind of fluffy and tapered, so I can kind of pack it on the lid a little bit and then blend through the crease, because I don't need to take this up as high. I just want to kind of add that vibe. I'm going to leave the front part kind of blank so I have room for my green. And I'll probably go back and forth a million times. So now I want to take Shamrock right there again. And this is a Colourpop E1 brush. Just gonna dip my little brush in there. And then just start going to town with that green. I love a blue, green, purple combo. I just think it's such a pretty gradient. I love cool tones. I love warm tones too. I love a mustard yellow. I love a rusty orange. I love a bright corally peach. I love a lot of warms as well, but I am such a sucker for cool tones. So I'm really not focused on making the lid look perfect because again, I am topping a shadow on top of it. I'm just working on making sure my blends throughout the crease have a nice gradient and a nice flow to it. I want to make sure all of those colors are popping and flowing. I actually am going to take a little bit more blue just to buff on that lower lash as well. Just in the front half so that it fades into the purple and kind of connects. You know, just for fun, maybe I will take Frosted Lime, the shimmer green from the Brights palette. And this is a Blend Bunny B3 brush. Let's just pop a little up here. Oh yeah, I like that. I think that's really cute. So I'm just gonna leave it like this for now. I know the lid area doesn't look perfect yet, but I'm just gonna do the lid for both sides at the end. So I'm basically gonna do the same thing, just the other color. So for the red, I'm gonna use Hot Stuff from the Brights palette. And then for my orange, I want to use Hot Sauce from the Fiery palette. And then going back to the Brights palette, I'm going to take Hello Sunshine. In theory, yes, you could pretty much do this look with just the Brights palette, except there is not a matte orange. But I just felt like trying to use them all together, you know? I just felt like it. And I'm actually gonna use those exact same brushes. I'm just gonna take my little Odin's Eye brush cleaner, which is right here, and I'm just gonna kick all the pigment off of them. I like to use multiple of the same brushes when I do two-tone looks like this so it can stay as cohesive as possible. But in this case, I just did not have the brushes that I wanted to use in doubles, so now I have to clean them all off. But it's fine. All right, let's do the same thing again. Red, orange, yellow. I've not used the Brights palette yet, although I did just use that shimmer green, but as far as the mattes, I have not used this palette yet. I heard good things. I heard it's a good rainbow palette, but you know me. I don't feel like I need more rainbow palettes. Now that I have the Blend Bunny Blends palette, like I literally don't need another rainbow palette again for the rest of my life. This is a really nice red though. It's very bright. See how it blends though. Sometimes reds blend weird. Are you doing anything for Pride? Happy Pride, by the way. I already filmed and uploaded my By Pride look to Instagram and TikTok to represent my segment of the flag. I would love to know, like, if you're doing anything, are you going to any like parades or festivals or anything like that? Anything celebratory? Sometimes my town does a Pride parade, but they didn't do it last year, so I don't know if they're doing it this year. And even if they do, they always do it on Saturdays, which makes sense, but I always work Saturdays unless I'm traveling. So don't think I'll be participating in anything in the real world, just in my brain. Taking my orange now. If you have any Pride stories you'd like to share, I'd love to read them as well. It's a good time to, I don't know, talk about yourself. Everyone deserves representation, but also if you're chilling quietly. If you're hanging out in the closet, that's also fine. You are just as valid. Whatever you want to do. Tell me whatever you want. And also a quick PSA. Just because somebody doesn't throw like a rainbow on their face does not mean that they aren't, I don't know, involved with caring and representing. Throwing a rainbow on your face doesn't mean anything. It's about how you act in your day-to-day life, how you treat people. People donate privately without throwing a rainbow on their face on the internet, and that's fine and valid and more beneficial anyways. I'd actually had 3 people make comments towards me in regard to the fact that I didn't post like a rainbow look on the first of the month, basically. It wasn't exactly the first, but like within the first couple days of the month. Like, what? Like, 1, I'm a part of the community. You don't need to tell me to show my representation. I'm literally a part of it. Thank you very much. 2, June is a whole month. And again, 3, it doesn't matter if you throw a rainbow on your face. That doesn't mean anything. It's cool and fun, but you don't have to throw a rainbow on your face to show that you care. So just a quick PSA, don't go after people for not throwing a rainbow on their face. You know what I mean? These colors are very vibrant, aren't they? This is looking very cohesive considering they're all from different palettes. Same brands, obviously, but you know. Gonna just toss a little orange under this eye as well to mimic the other eye. Not to mention too, this month can also feel weird for people like me who are bi, but you're in a straight passing relationship. It can very much feel like you don't belong. There's definitely a lot of biphobia and bi erasure. I'm taking the shimmer yellow, by the way, from the Brights palette. So sometimes this month can feel kind of weird, like you don't quite fit, you know? So there's that too. Just keep in mind, everyone's kind of feeling different things this month that are in the community. So yeah, no one needs to be telling people what to do. Actually gonna wipe off my yellow brush really quick just so I can blend this green side just a teeny bit more. Felt like that inner corner was looking a little harsh compared to the yellow. All right, I'm loving this. I think it's so cute. Let's do some topping. Again, I'm gonna take that same multi-chrome from Lethal that I used earlier. Let me just grab an eyeshadow brush. It doesn't really matter what you use. You could use your finger, but that's difficult when you have big nails. Just taking a large packing brush. This one's very old. Just taking a tiny bit of my NYX glitter primer, just a smidgen. Just a light little dibble dabble of it, because I don't necessarily need the shimmer to be like thick opaque. I really want it to kind of just be a topper of sparkle and loveliness. And I will also use it as my inner corner highlights. So just kind of dabbed my brush in rather than like rubbed it in. Oh yeah, that's beautiful. Oh, it's so cute. Just gonna tap a little bit more. I'm totally fine if this starts going through my crease a little bit. Might even put some in my brows for some sparkle brow, because I think that is super cute. I'm gonna wipe that brush off so I don't have any residual like cool tones, and then I'm gonna dip in again and do the same thing to this eye. I feel like this particular shade has really good shifts where it kind of shifts warm and cool. So I thought it would be the perfect fit for this look. Oh, look at that, it's so pretty. It looks so wet, I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm just going to go off camera. I add a little bit too much sparkle in that brow. I'm gonna go off camera and just kind of finish up this look. I might even add some heart and star stamps to this look just to be even more extra, because why not? And I'm gonna throw on my lashes and eye pencil and something on my lips, and I'll be back when I'm complete. All right, this is the look complete. I love how it came out. I think it's so pretty and fun and festive. Oh, the sparkle on my lids, it just looks so wet and pretty. Oh, I love this look. The eye pencil I ended up throwing in is Blown Away from the Colourpop Avatar collection. Just something kind of bright and light and a little metallic, just to make my eyes look open, you know what I mean? It kind of complements both sides. The lashes I'm wearing are from Salem Cosmetics. They're the style Jessie. And on my lips, I went with the e.l.f. Light Brown Love Triangle Pencil with the Sugar Pill Flicker Gloss, one of my all-time favorite glosses. I love pairing this one with rainbow looks specifically because it has little multicolored reflex all going through it. So, with all that being said, this is the look. I hope you love it. Let's zoom out and finish up this video. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I had a lot of fun hanging out with you. I love how this look came out and hope you like it too. If you made it to the end of this video, why don't you leave me some rainbow emojis? I feel like that is the most appropriate for this video. And if you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. It helps my channel out a lot. And if you're not already, you can follow me on my other socials. You can join the Baddie Bean fam. I am Baddie Bean on everything, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. And if you want, you can subscribe if you want to see more of my videos. I'm posting most days over here. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Okay, bye. Ooh, I am sweating. Why does it have to be summer? It's not even summer yet. I'm gonna melt this summer. I wish the sun could just like stay in one spot, like either stay bright or hide behind the cloud. Quit doing both. One or the other, please. Thank you. Now it's starting to go behind a cloud again. Why is there a literal tractor outside? What in the yeehaw is going on?